So Colin mentioned the bond review, and one of the recommendations of the bond review was, in fact, the formation of what has now become the KE Hub. So I want to hand over now to Chris Breward, who is Scientific Director, and he'll tell us a bit more about the Hub and what it can do for you. Over to you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Can you put your thumbs up if you can see my slides?
Yeah.
Amazing. So thank you, everybody, for joining in with such a stimulating day. My name's Chris, and I have the pleasure of being the KE Hub Scientific Director. I'm going to attempt to do in 7 minutes what Chris gave me 10 minutes to do, so that we can still be out the door for 2 o'clock. So as you've heard, the KE Hub is the output from both the original bond review and the subsequent paper that talked about setting up a connected centres network for mathematical sciences. It was founded a couple of years ago with generous support from the Isaac Newton Institute that I duly acknowledge whenever I'm giving these talks. So thanks to Ulrika, who was speaking earlier. We've got the KE Hub up and running, and we've just secured £2.1 million from EPSRC to run the outfit through to 2029. We have a formal vision, it's there on the screen, but what does that really boil down to? It's us taking academics to the front door of business, industry and government, and bringing business, industry and government to the front door of academics for mutual benefit. We have, in the past couple of years, drawn together 3 communities that meet regularly. One is our Champions community, so we now have 56 different universities involved with 64 different mathematical science departments. We've got professionals that work in the knowledge exchange space, specifically with mathematical scientists involved, and we've got 65 of those. And the current partners from business, industry and government count stands at 90, and some of their logos you see on the screen there. And the KE Hub's also involved in something called the Minds, Mathematical Innovators in the Digital Space, which is all that Chris Budd is a past master of talking about these things, because IMI at Bath was the pioneer in this space. But the idea is to set up a new career space, which isn't being a postdoc and focusing on writing papers, but is having a sister career path, which is all focused on generating impact and innovation. So if you don't know about Minds, go have a look and find out about it. There's £1 million up for grabs for UK maths departments to get out of that pot. So the KE Hub has a coordinating role, but we also do a number of activities. I've plonked a load of them on the screen here. I'm just really going to focus on 3 of these on the next couple of slides. Some stuff about the training we do, some stuff about triage workshops, and stuff about working groups. Before I move off this slide, I just want to note we have a fortnightly news feed. It goes to about 600 people around the country, and that is an update on the things we're doing and the things that other people in the knowledge exchange space are doing. And so the QR code is at the bottom. We'll send these slides around later. Feel free, if this is of interest of you, to sign up to the newsfeed. So let me talk about triage workshops first. They're hour and a half, fortnightly on Friday mornings. And we bring in a company. There's open invitation to people from across academia to come along. And the idea is to answer 2 questions. Can maths help with the challenge? And if the answer is yes, who should get involved? And after the event, we hope that there's some scoping activity to find a way forward. And we've done 25 of these since the KE Hub started them in March last year. We've had 285 different academics turn up from 47 different universities, and we've got some concrete follow-on on 3 of those, and 10 lots of active discussions. So they are proving very successful. They're a really time-friendly way of dipping your toe in the water for KE, because it's only an hour and a half. So if you haven't been to one, why not come along when they restart in September? We have 3 working groups. Colin Blake, who we've heard from twice today, is the KE Hub's lead on these. One in optimal control and scientific computing, one in dynamical systems and TDA, and one in causal inference. If you are interested in those and you're either from academia or from industry, just get in touch with the theme leads or contact Colin directly, and we can draw you into that if you like. We have a number of training courses. They're listed in the middle there, and the ones in italics are things we haven't quite started yet. But we have lots of online training for people to try and upskill them in areas relevant to engaging with business, industry and government. We send out these opportunities through your KE champion. So if you don't know who your KE champion is in your own department, or you find you don't have one, get in touch and we can either tell you who it is, or we can help you talk to your head of department to get such a person. Final thing on this slide is a new initiative. It's called AI for Science. It's a extra EPSRC money over and above the original lot, and we've got it in collaboration with INI and ICMS. We're going to be doing a whole host of things between now and the end of March, AI related, some training, a sandpit, an event for FTSE 100 companies, a working group, writing some guides, and paying for some postdoc time. So if you want, this isn't funding AI research, it's funding you to figure out whether AI can help your research. So if that's something of interest, please look out for the Pump Priming Projects call and apply. We've got a delivery team set up, which includes Chris Budd, which is why I was smiling a minute ago, who are going to help us turn this into a reality as we hurtle through summer. Who's the we? Well, the K Hub's run by a team of 5, myself and Colin, Marie Claire, who was there in the background somewhere, Eleanor, who was introduced the day, and Christine Curry, who is our events lead. And we deliberately span applied maths, pure maths, stats and OR, so that no particular bit of mathematics is preferentially brought to the front or pushed to the back when we're having our conversations. We are mathematical area agnostic as well as being company agnostic. We're supported by a dedicated team of 2 people. We have an executive team that Ulrika is on and Chris is on, and other people who give us advice and guidance and also run specific things from us. And we're kept on the straight and narrow by a board which contains the great and the good from around the country.
Okay.
If you enjoyed today's meeting, you can go onto our website and you can look at last year's meeting in this series. We have an annual event in a widening understanding engagement in KE sphere. Last year we had K for pure mathematicians. All of those talks, bar the one on national security, are online at our website. If you want to scan the QR code, you can go and watch those. So that just leaves me to do 2 things. The first is to thank everybody, all the speakers, for a set of excellent talks on how engaging with applications can lead to fundamental mathematical advances. So maybe we'll just give them and Chris Budd a big round of applause. If you can come off speaker and actually do it, that would be amazing. Or come on speaker and do some clapping, that's great. We will be having another one of these events next July, so watch this space to find out what it is. And I've just got a few calls to arms. So talk to your colleagues. Their challenges might influence your next research project, and vice versa. Your current research project might influence what they do next. Communication is great for getting knowledge flowing. If you don't know who it is, find out who your department's KE champion is and chat with them if you're interested in dipping your toe in the KE water. Sign up for the KE Hub's newsfeed. If you need some training, take advantage of the stuff we've got on offer. Come to a triage workshops if you like, or get involved with a study group. And if there are things you want to do or know and you don't have any local expertise to tap into, get in touch with us and we will help you out. So I think I have the last word. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Have a safe and prosperous rest of the summer, and we'll see you hopefully at K Hub activities when they restart in September. Oh, Lars, you wanted to say something? Oh.
Clicked. No, I misclicked. Sorry.
Oh, there's also a feedback survey which Geeta has just put into the chat. Great if people could fill that in.
Thank you very much, Chris. And yeah, do get involved with the KE Hub. Just lots of great stuff to do, and there's money to support it as well. So what is there not to like? And thank you for Geeta, particularly for making everything work so smoothly today.
I might just
Okay.
evict the people that are still here, Chris.
It's still here, yes, and here quickly. Yeah, good. Right.
I won't throw Colin out. I'm not that mean.
I wasn't certain whether I should stay or not, but I'm happy to stay for conversations.
Just a quick debrief. So we kicked off with about 56 people. We finished with about 40, which is about half the course with these sort of things. So I'm very happy with that.
I seem to have been able to throw everybody out except Simon. Simon, if you're there in the background, you're welcome to stay and listen to the debrief. But if you want to head off, you can.
I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, thanks for all that. I thought that was great and very much what we wanted to achieve, bringing unity to the community. So
yep, I think that went very well. I have to say it was on in the background for me because I've had to do a relatively important task this morning, but the bits that I caught seemed to be good, and there were lively questions, and that's always what's useful.
Yeah. Well, I thought the talks were great, excluding mine. I thought that
yours was great too. No, it's perfect. I love that sort of stuff.
But you really found some great people here, and I think we should try to work them into things, because they did a very good job of putting forward the argument. Right. This is
I got some great recommendations from the team, so thank you. One person that didn't really hang on, but I'd love to really involve, is Gita Coutinho, because she really does lead on this mathematization of AI, and I think it's going to be just ginormous in the future. Why I work in it, I suppose.
Where is she based, Chris?
She's in Munich. One of the institutions in Munich.
One of my summer research students informed me yesterday that they're really loving their work with me, but they're still going to go and work on large language models. And I'm definitely losing them to machine learning. And then they actually said they're a little bit worried that they're too late and that their opportunities won't be there by the time they get through, their... So I told them that I thought quite a lot of things are happening right now, and that funding is really coming on, and it's going to be going on for another good period of time, and they're fine. But if you have some positive, concrete words you could share with me that I could take back to them, that would be good, since you're the expert.
I'm going to run away because I'm now 10 minutes or 5 minutes late for my next meeting.
Right,
but well done, Chris. I thought that went well.
Well, thank you, Chris. Thanks for your support. Well, just to say, Colin, I'm just waiting at the moment on the deliberations of the NeurIPS panel for whether my papers got in, and they told me they've got over 25,000 applications for papers for this conference. So that gives you some idea of the interest.
Yeah. So you and I take that as this is going to keep going on for at least a few more years. The student may feel like they're behind the wave, but I'll try to convince them otherwise. So.
No, quite the opposite. We're making loads of hirings in Bath in just this area. In comps are rather than maths, but they're still hiring mathsy people.
Right.
So the bubble will burst at some point, but it shows no sign of bursting just yet.
Right. I will pass that on.
They're in St Andrews, are they?
Yeah, a very strong student. And he's not particularly well off, as I can tell, but he has a cousin who is in East Asia who's a billionaire, and that cousin said, "Why don't you take a year, do a master's degree at Stanford in AI and large learning models, and then the doors will be open." But this guy should really be doing a PhD in maths. He's very, very strong and creative.
Just to say one thing, Gita raised all these questions, and we haven't really the foggiest idea of. We've got tiny answers to most of them, to some of them, but the big questions are wide open.
Yeah. So she's going to share the slides, right? We'll be able to get the slides.
We'll have slides. Yeah. So we'll have the talks and the slides all up on the website. So that should be fine.
Right. So I have to send you along my slides. I might clean them up just a tiny bit.
Gita will coordinate that, I imagine.
Okay.
Yeah, the other Gita. They're all Gita.
Yeah. No, I know who you mean.
Okay.
Right.
Congratulations on your lectureship, professorship. That's marvelous.
Oh yeah.